Hi, Tammy. How's it?
Hi, Sid. I'm great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Nice to see the sun out. I know a few days ago it was overcast, so how's it your side?
Yeah. Well, it's getting much cooler. It's now around about 34 degrees, and yeah, it feels a little fresher. At least I can stand out in the balcony and get some fresh air in the morning, up until about 10 o'clock, and then yeah, it's back indoors again till the evening.
Oh, that's lovely. As usual, it's always good to catch up with you, especially on today's topic. And my opening question to you is, how advanced is Dubai when it comes to medical equipment compared to South Africa?
Okay, I would say Dubai is really the leader of the pack when it comes to MRI, CT scans. Dubai is more advanced than South Africa, and especially in the adoption, they're quick to adopt the high-tech tools, the imaging, the infrastructure, and they have this consistency across
Mhm.
all healthcare facilities, be it private or public. Whereas with South Africa, I think the innovative side or the technology adoption generally happens in the private hospitals. And I know the facilities and stuff in some of the government's hospitals, like the waiting queues, etc. They're quite behind, I would say. Strange enough, I went to a medical facility yesterday, and the entire process was automated. I didn't
Wow.
have to use a pen with anything. My signature, everything was digitized. The client form or the client, it was almost done, like how you get the survey monkey type of things. You scan the QR code at reception and you fill out all your details. So there's no, sometimes when your handwriting, it's difficult to read, it's not too legible. Whereas when you're typing something out, it's far better. So I was
Mhm.
quite impressed that this whole process was digitized, getting into a new facilities. And in May, when, obviously traveling to South Africa, got a bit of flu-like symptoms, went to the doctor to update my details, and here I was given a pen and the old style clipboard to update my details. So there's a lot of things where Dubai is fairly advanced. As I mentioned, like penetrating the market when it comes to high-tech equipment. And they also have this strong buy-in from government, on certain things. So I think if South Africa had to adopt a top-down approach, with getting the buy-in from government and the diverse sectors, I think there would be a lot more advancement in medical technology in South Africa.
Have you noticed a difference in the availability of modern medical technology between private and public healthcare in Dubai?
Uh, I have not had a chance to to be exposed to public, but private, I've been in hospital in February, again in August, and the healthcare is noticeably different. It's really, it's something that you almost can't compare. Not that I've had it anywhere else in the world. I've done it, been in healthcare in Saudi Arabia as well. They're also quite advanced. I'm not sure if it's a having the funds to actually invest in these type of things, but the I would say the private sector here is really top notch, really really advanced, high care. I've had an MRI, I've had a CT scan, and I know, like in South Africa, my niece strangely had done a CT scan, and she had to wait 3 weeks, whereas
Wow.
I was booked a CT scan, and the very next day it was done. So I think the private and public sector here in Dubai, they offer both. I know they offer the same type of service, but I've been exposed to the private sector, the private hospitals, I would say, and it was really something that you can't compare. anywhere.
Okay, all right. I have a question for you in the comments here, from Jitin Rishika. Hi, Tammy. Thanks as always for an informative pod. If you had to compare the public health care to South Africa healthcare, what would you suggest needs to be implemented?
Ooh, I think we're going to cover that as well, but there's lots. Like you, I know in South Africa you still have your clinics, and
Mhm.
you have the first come first serve. I've actually been into a clinic to give a talk, and there
Okay.
was a fight that erupted where one of the ladies had left her space to go to the restroom, and there was a big fight that broke out. So in terms of ticketing automated, I mean everybody nowadays has got a cell phone. So even here with the healthcare facilities, if you had to do a your dispensary, your medication, it comes through on your cell phone, and you get your number, how long the wait is. So if we can actually adopt something like that in South Africa, some sort of automated ticketing system
Mm.
which would alleviate that, the queuing system, etc. I think that would be really good for South Africa, and it can be done because we have such top doctors in South Africa that are actually leaving. If you look at Doctors Without Borders, the SOS, and so forth, majority of those doctors are South African. So if we as South Africa can keep our talented staff and look at a way of implementing these automated processes, I think South Africa would really be far ahead of the pack. I hope that answered the question.
Sure. All right. Are there any groundbreaking medical devices or equipment in Dubai that stood out to you?
Yes, in terms of cardiac surgery, the old style, like when they're doing a stent or when they're doing a port for you, they used to do it through the groin. Now they do it through the wrist, and they basically have your hands straight. They actually have. I was very surprised. I didn't know this. I actually found this out like about 2 months ago. They have architects
Okay.
for um, trying to get trying to get the thread through the heart to do the automation of surgery. So I was very surprised when I heard something like that. So heart stents, whereas before it was done in I think 4 hours, it's done in half an hour now.
Wow.
Just through architecting that path. So they have very advanced radiology equipment, wearable healing devices here. They have, like when you have sleep apnea, they have those the implants, and something that is currently going on now, where they actually they put a strip into your shoulder, which can
Mhm.
detect if you are sort of like a high risk for cardiac arrest, family history. You can actually get, or your doctor or the hospital will get an advance notice to say that, there's high um, levels of certain things and you are prone for cardiac arrest. So the hospitals get it immediately. They would message you saying, please come in. This is the message we got. They also here they are doing drone medicine delivery, medical your medicines. That's on test at the moment. So they're constantly advancing. They're constantly looking at ways to advance themselves here.
Um, how does Dubai's investment in medical equipment improve patient care and treatment options?
So I would say the access to high-tech medical equipment, affordable and make it available to everyone, and has really put them ahead of the pack. So even when you come here, I know there's a lot of people that um, come on a visit or medical, if you're buying a visa, they would actually say for medical reasons, tourist visa, short stay, whatever it is. People actually come here because the treatment options are so vast. And being here, I'm very blessed and grateful to actually have had my medical issues here because the treatment here, you're having the cream of the crop doctors from around the world, and the treatment is unmatched.
Wow. Is access to high-tech medical equipment affordable and available to everyone, or is it mainly within premium hospitals?
So it is available to everyone, from my knowledge, but I would say in the private sector, you're getting a faster turnaround time.
All right. Okay, my final question to you is, what lessons could South Africa take from Dubai's approach to upgrading and investing in medical equipment?
So I would say strategic government investment, definitely. Prioritization of the healthcare tech, the development plans, clear funding, clear goals, clear set out goals, where the funds are going to, public and private partnerships. You get some huge corporates that that are also offering, like the EAP, the Employee Assistance Program, where the government can actually piggyback on this and get large corporates to join in to aid with funding and encourage that collaboration, between the government, the private sector, and global tech firms. The social media is so advanced. There's so many things out there, and where the South African government can say, "Hey, let's partner on this," or "Let us do a trial for you. Let us do a test run for you." Those are the type of things. Streamline regulations around healthcare. Simplify. Sometimes it actually costs you far cheaper to import medical equipment than to actually build it from scratch. So look at those type of things. Focus on the innovation hubs. Look at what's happening around the world. Infrastructure, training, where they can really up their skills and really use healthcare to actually, it can actually improve tourism. How you improve the healthcare to drive tourism, and we've got such amazing facilities in South Africa. I know in Cape Town especially. What better way is to have an operation and then to be out near the vineyards, looking at the beautiful escarpment and watching those type of things while you're in recovery. South Africa can really boast those type of things, to improve their healthcare.
It's funny you mentioned about Cape Town because that's a comment that just comes up here. Recently, a pilot ran happened here in one of the hospitals in Cape Town where a computerized kidney operation was conducted, minus the surgeons who monitored it on the computer. Anything like that?
Yes, there was one where an Indian doctor
Hmm.
conducted a heart surgery, the first online heart surgery, and the patient was 10,000 kilometers away. So
Wow.
they are constantly, and I think it's not so much a guinea pig, but
Mhm.
people who don't really have um, much choice to say, oh, if
Mm,
I've had my cardiac arrest and I'm on my deathbed kind of thing, here,
mm.
use me as a guinea pig. So you are having lots of those type of things, but certain things are still kept very hush. But if you log on to something called Loving Dubai, they often have these things to say, first open heart surgery done so many thousand kilometers away. So they're constantly looking at piloting these type of surgeries and fully automated surgeries using AI throughout.
All right. All I gotta say that thanks so much for your time, and we're still on for Wednesday, right? Next week.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. It was lovely chatting as always.
Likewise.